For athletes that will be required to absorb and adapt and adjust to external forces, which is honestly just about any athlete you can think of. The sandbag ground to overhead is an absolute favorite of mine. Now, before I go any further, if you enjoy our content, do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button. So the sandbag ground to overhead, number one, we're having to forcefully extend the hips and then catch a weight that is not perfectly balanced. So you're having to absorb and adjust to that. And then we go overhead with it, which since the sandbag is not an agreeable object, it doesn't, it's not perfectly balanced. It doesn't have handles. Those shoulders and arms get a lot more work in. So pound for pound, you end up building up a lot more muscle tissue and a lot more resilient muscle tissue, meaning that it is less prone to injury. It's more resistant to injury. We never do this just for one rep. It's always, we'll set a timer for anywhere from 3 to 5 to 10 minutes, and the athletes have to perform their sets in sets of 5 or 3 repetitions each, depending on what we're looking for that day. Now, what the movement looks like, back stays flat, you're going to pop with the hips to bring it to the front rack, and then overhead. Control it back. After the third or fifth or whatever rep they can stop on, they can drop the bag, rest, take a breath before they do it again. The thing that I really like about this, number one, is that you're having to squeeze in on the bag. So we're lifting overhead in a manner that our shoulders are designed for. But number two, when we go for that clean, sometimes the bag doesn't agree, and you have to adjust and catch and balance and brace. So sandbag ground to overhead, an absolute favorite of mine for training athletes.